Hello everyone, it is MisterStubstep, and let me just start off with gosh dang. Doing all these promo cards for Sun and Moon, it was quite the load. I'm not gonna lie. This took me a while, but like always, I will have there's really not too much like breaking up within this video, but I'll have the timestamps down below to go past the intro if you'd like. I also have links down to all of my other value discussions for all the other Sun and Moon sets, including a couple Sword and Shields. And I'll also have a link to this Google Sheet down below if you want to take a look, copy and paste it to your own thing and make a working document. You can do that as well. I mainly do these videos in order to save you guys some time, and specifically for this video, it's saving you guys a lot of time. So normally I would save you guys maybe like a couple hours of research, but with all these Sun and Moon promos, this whole hopefully save you guys a lot of time. You can look at your promos, see which ones are potentially worth something, and then, go from there. All right, so going over the spreadsheet. We've had Sun and Moon promos from 2016 through 2020. So there's been promos that have come out all 4 of those years. It's all broken up. I believe there's 244 promos altogether. I don't think I'm including every single variation of every single promo within this list, but yeah, just so you're aware. This list is as of 23 to 28 February. I'm in that little blue box. And the reason why it's like a range of days because I started typing in all the individual cards as well as their raw price on TCG Player on the 23rd, and that took me a few days because, I just couldn't do it all in one sitting. And then mainly today, the last day of February, the day after Pokemon Day, I did all the PSA and the eBay sold listings as well as the PSA 10 populations. I also have some color coding right there. So the card, pretty self-explanatory. If it's in red, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. There's a lot of cards here. I just want to stick to what I want to talk to because going through each of these cards, it would create like a multiple hour-long video. If it's italicized, I actually have that promo. I thought I had more Sun and Moon promos, but I really don't. Rarity, these are all going to be promos, so it's just promo. And then the TCG Player price, that's basically that marketplace, that market value price on TCG Player. It's like an average of just all sold listings. Grade, I try to find PSA 10s. If it hasn't been sold, I try to find the thing closest to that. And then if it's just flat out blank, I just haven't found any recent sold listings on eBay for that card specifically. Because I think eBay, at least with the regular view, you can only go back for a few months. Sold price is literally the last sold price rounded up to the nearest dollar, not including shipping. Date of sale is, when that listing was sold. And then the PSA 10 population, the number on the left is the number of PSA 10s, and the number on the right is total registered with PSA. So it's not including any of the other grading companies, even though I have some of those other grading companies within here. I just wanted to give you guys a snapshot of what it's looking like at PSA. Obviously, there's a lot of cards at PSA right now, so all of these numbers and the PSA numbers are subject to change. But I just want to get this video out to you guys so you can, take a look at this sheet, and then maybe, you have a promo that you didn't realize was worth, a good amount. All right, so now we're done with that intro. Let's start going on this list. So we're starting out with Sun and Moon promo number 4, the Pikachu from General Mills, and a PSA 9 sold for $100. Looks to be fairly difficult to grade. I mean, I can imagine the ones coming out of the cereal box might be a little bit hard to grade, but yeah, good looking card. We're skipping a lot of these. I'm going to be slowly, scrolling through. If you want to like pause and look at what you want to see, or if you just go down to the link below, you can just go straight to whatever ones. It should be in chronological order. I only did promos that are worth over $1. So if you're looking for your promo here, but the number's missing, like for example, right here, SM39 to SM42, if you have promos in between there, they're not worth over $1. And unfortunately, a lot of the promos that I own are like that. Like they come from the 3-pack blisters and all that stuff. So the next one we're hitting is the Ho-Oh GX Sun and Moon promo 57. Sold for $150 in a PSA 10. Fairly recently too, not bad. We have the Charizard GX Sun and Moon 60, $1,100. A ton have been submitted to PSA, and it's a little under, actually it's a lot under half, so I think it's at between 40 and 50% get 10s. I personally think, like for this artwork for Charizard, you have the rainbow, you have the shiny, and you have this one. I personally think this red on red one looks the best, but it's not a very popular opinion. But $1,100, $45 raw, that's not bad. We have the Shining Ho-Oh. I actually have this card, of course, because I opened a Shining Legends Elite Trainer box back in the day. This was actually the last set that I collected within Sun and Moon before I came back around the Cosmic Eclipse Sword and Shield time. Sold for $380 in a PSA 10. And it's a little under 50% for PSA 10s as far as the ones that were sent for grading. 380 is not too bad. I was thinking this number would sink down a little bit, but I mean, it sold any sold listings that you see on 27 February. More than likely, that was a PWCC auction that ended, but who knows? So it might be a little bit on the high end, but yeah. We have the Alolan Raichu staff pre-release promo. So here, raw, it sells for 100, and a PSA 8 actually sold for less than its raw price. So I imagine if you got a 9 or a 10, it would sell for way more, but that PSA 8 price is from December, so I'm sure a PSA 8 would sell for at least 100 nowadays, but yeah. A lot of these cards, they are, they're a lot more niche, however you want to pronounce it, and yeah. Not all like the main promos that get by are like, the Pikachus, the Charizards, the Eevees, the more popular ones, some of the legendaries, all that stuff. All right, Champions Festival 2017, and I have the staff and a semi-finalist one. You can go down the list and see all the different ones, but these are the only ones that I found like recently that sold because they have all the different languages and all the different variations of the Champions Festival. I mean, a staff PSA 8 sold for $395, that's not bad, and then a semi-finalist PSA 10 sold for 1,000, or PSA 10. PSA 7 sold for 1,000. Doesn't even have a PSA 10 in its form. So, yeah. Those Champions Festival cards, if you have any of those, like you're sitting on something kind of nice. Let's see. Shining Celebi. SM79 sold for $400 in a PSA 10. This is a really good looking card. Honestly, during the Shining Legends time period, there was a lot of good promos, including the Ho-Oh GX, sold for $200 in a PSA 10. Not too bad. The Pikachu Sun and Moon 81 sold for $150 in a PSA 10. Very low population, 22 out of 145. Not a very high chance of getting a 10 in that card. Got the Shining Lugia. This one sold in PWCC for $1,125 at a PSA 10. This is a beautiful card. I never opened any of like the premium collections or whatever, or the Ultra Ball or whatever collections these came in. So yeah, I never got any of these, but over $1,000. That's not bad. And this one is hard to grade in a 10 too. 280 out of 1080 for its ratio. That's pretty hard to grade. We have the Pikachu Sun and Moon 86 sold for $300 and a PSA 9. Very interesting. I do like this card, but there's just so many Pikachu promos. They start getting lost in your head, We have a Latios Sun and Moon 88 PSA 10 sold for $150. Not bad. We have that Raichu GX Sun and Moon 90. Everyone remembers this one. It's that full art Raichu that came in that Shining Legends box. $280 in a PSA 10. I thought this would be hard to grade in a 10, but 270 out of 312, it's not bad. So you probably have a good chance if you have a few. Let's go Ash's Pikachu Sun and Moon 108, $200. This was that whole Ash's Pikachu like series. I'm only going to talk about the first two. And then we have Sun and Moon 109 sold for $214 in a PSA 10. Now, for some reason, that first one is just way greater, has way more submissions than any of the other ones. 410 out of 605 for PSA 10 for the Sun and Moon 108 Ash's Pikachu. All right, scrolling down a little bit more. We have the Kyogre staff pre-release and a PSA 9 selling for $1,000. I saw like a listing that was like a month earlier, and it was nowhere near this price, but I think maybe during the realization of no more staff pre-releases, at least for the time being, and then it being Kyogre, and Kyogre's popular, and $1,000 for a PSA 9, I feel like that's a little high, but hey, there's only 6 out of 32. Yeah, the pre-release and the staff pre-release cards are definitely a very special collector, that's for sure. Not like in a bad way, just like I have a few pre-release cards, but I have no staff pre-release cards. We have Champions Festival 2018. The top 32 sold for $570 in a PSA 8. And once again, if you have any Champions Festival cards, like, good on you. That's awesome. I'm jealous. We have the Dragonite GX Sun and Moon 156 sold for $375 in a PSA 10. I do think this is a beautiful card. I wish I was collecting during the Dragon Majesty time because this is just a really cool looking card. We got Charizard. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be honest. If you have any of the staff promos from Team Up, and then if you have like the Charizard and Zapdos and the staff pre-release promos, like, you're sitting nice. Let's go down. Charizard. Just the regular one sold for $800 in PSA 10. Okay. 420 out of 1621. That's like, what is that? Like a quarter. Around what, 20-30% get 10s. That's That's pretty wild. And then the staff, 3,100. This is actually the most expensive promo within Sun and Moon that's been sold like recently. $3,100, 87 out of 422. Another very difficult one to grade. I know I watched TCA Gaming's recent video where he showed off all his basically his PSA 10 Charizard Master set, and these were included, and yeah, it's pretty wild. Then we have the Zapdos. Both the regular pre-release PSA 10 sold for $275, and the staff sold for $349 in a PSA 10. The Nidoqueen staff sold for $281, and the Jirachi staff sold for $320. Then we go down to the Pikachu and Zekrom GX Sun and Moon 168, sold for $277 in a PSA 10. I think all these like tag team ones are pretty cool, but this one sold for the most. And we scrolling down. Ooh, we have the Blastoise GX. I always wanted to get this box because I've seen it so many places. I think it like retails for like $40 or something. But Sun and Moon 189 sold for $205 at a PSA 10. Not bad. The Detective Pikachu. There's a lot of Detective Pikachu's promos out there, but the Sun and Moon 190 at $364. It's not bad. The one with no stamp. I couldn't find a stamped one sold, which is, I thought, yeah. Lucario and Melmetal GX. Sun and Moon 192 sold for $200 in a PSA 10. Not bad. More of the tag team stuff. These are all really cool. I mean, you can see all the prices that they sell for a decent amount. And a 10. We got the Reshiram and Charizard GX Sun and Moon 201 sold for $360. Another somewhat difficult one to grade, 149 out of 582. Got 10s. Ooh, now we have another good one. One that I actually have, and we're actually getting to the last ones that I actually have. Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno GX. Beautiful card. Beautiful. PSA 10 sold for $225. I imagine this number went down a little bit because, you know, of the reprint ended December, beginning of January. But still, this card is just amazing. Not super difficult to grade. 1343 out of 1851. Not bad. And then the Charizard GX from those tins in the collection boxes that you could have got at Walmart from Hidden Fates. $123 in a PSA 10. And it's somewhat hard to grade. Only a little over 50% for PSA 10s. I might have to take a look at mine and see if it's, you know, worth sending in or whatever. So yeah, there's that. We have the Charizard Sun and Moon 226 selling for $2,500. This is the one that kind of caught me off guard. I knew it was hard to grade. It's kind of the ugly one from Detective Pikachu. But only 30 out of 336. What is that? Like, that's less than 10% got 10s. So if on average you send in 10, only one of those is getting a 10. And the PSA 10s sold for $2,500. That's pretty wild. And then the Armored Pikachu that actually came in the... Oh, wait, sorry. I said Detective Pikachu. This came in like that little collector's lunchbox, collector's tin, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of people kind of like, whatever, but now it's really popular. I think this was another Twice Baked Jake thing that was brought up. And then we have the Armored Pikachu, which also came in that same tin. $1,189 in a PSA 10. Also extremely difficult to grade. I imagine, you know, them being in that tin, it just made it difficult. And then another Champions Festival, 2019 this time, and a staff, PSA 9 for $356. A little bit more recent, so I guess not as valuable. I honestly don't know. I'm not too familiar with these types of cards, but I mean, they're neat and they're very different. And then the bottom two, we have Umbreon and Darkrai GX. That, you know, you've seen it in that massive collection box. There's like the Espeon and Deoxys one and the Umbreon and Darkrai. The Umbreon and Darkrai one sold for $450 in a PSA 10. There's 27 PSA 10s out of there at a 66. And then the final card is EVGX Sun and Moon 242, sold for $200 in a PSA 10. So overall, you know, look for the cards that you have that sell for a decent amount raw. And then if they sell decent for grading, that's just another thing to look at if you want to submit them for grading or, you know, to just protect them a little bit extra. That Charizard GX from Hidden Fates was actually the most submitted card, or the most registered card with PSA. There's 2,582 that have been submitted. And then that one, the Team Up Charizard staff was the highest priced card that we went over. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have. No averages or any other tidbits at the bottom for this one. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, you know, my series up to this point. If you have, you know, seen more than one of these videos, I have done every single Sun and Moon set up to this point. including Detective Pikachu, which actually surprised me with some of the prices. I do plan on doing Darkness Ablaze next, and then I'm going to go straight through XY, pretty much do the exact same thing that I did with Sun and Moon, and I'm going to do XY. So hopefully y'all enjoy that. I know me going through these sets, it really helped me learn a lot about the sets, you know, what's valuable, what's not, what trends and patterns I can like look for as far as collecting goes. And I think you'll be surprised a lot of the time if you're looking at a product and you're like, you know what, that looks kind of neat. And maybe it is cheap for like a while or for like a year or whatever. But if it is, you know, a good looking card, more than likely, a lot of other people think that too, and it'll probably be worth something in the long run. I mean, once again, these are all my opinions. I'm just another collector just like y'all. I, you know, like to complete my sets here and there, but very simple-minded. I have a budget, you know, I can't just go unlimited. I'm not, you know, flipping stuff or anything because I just like holding on to stuff. But yeah, I mean, thank you guys so much for watching. Darkness Ablaze is next, and I'll do XY. If this is your second video of mine, consider subscribing. I'll have a Shining Fates video up tomorrow. If you're interested in that, there's actually some good pulls in that video. And if you guys have any feedback or, you know, any changes or anything that you'd like to see for future iterations of this type of video, please let me know. Or if you just flat out don't want to see it, you know, let me know that too. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you guys best of luck on your pulls. Thank you.